Hey guys, it's May May, and in this week's Midweek Minute, I'm going to show you a little altered picture frame project. So this little picture frame, which I have painted totally black, was, do you see the little nicks in it? It was this little chipboard, not even chipboard, I don't know what this is, piece of stuff, and don't be mad at me because everyone knows I'm a Christian, but what was on here was a print of the Last Supper, and it's tiny. You see how little it is? This is my hand. So I bought it at the thrift store for, and I've already painted over it, but I think it was like 25 cents. But I loved the pattern. Oops, let me come back. I love the pattern on the edge of this frame, and I thought, how cute would this be if I painted it all out? And it was really, really cheap and like for the flimsiness. But I was looking through a magazine this week, and I thought this would be really, really cute based on something that I saw. So, first things first, I want to do a lot of little fall, like little, you call them vignettes, I think that's what you call them, where you just kind of sit things around and it's, you know, fall themed. So here's what I've done. I've cut some mats to go inside here, and if you saw my dinner plate to owl, I'm using that same process but shrunk way down to do an owl inside of here. So I'm going to move this aside and get started. I cut a mat to go inside of that frame that'll leave me a little bit of a black border, but what I'm going to do is use some distress ink, and this color is Vintage Photo, and I want to come in on these sides and distress this paper. I think it'll help it to stand out, and I'm concentrating mostly on the very, very edge. And the reason is I have another mat to go on top of this, and I don't want to lose the pattern. This paper is gorgeous, and I'm going to give a shout out to Miss Judy Ashmore, because she sent me this paper, and she sent it to me because of my new bee theme stamp set. But look, oh, I'm in love with it, so I'm using it this way right now. Okay, so we're going to go back to our frame, and I'm going to use some ATG, and I'm going to put that down. See how much better that's going to show up? Much better. So, and this is my first fall project. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm ready for fall. How about y'all? Okay, so this one will be my first piece to get matted, and you just want to make sure you leave yourself the same distance all the way around, as close as you can. The most important part is getting it as straight as you can. So there's my first mat. Move that aside. And then this one's going to go on top of it, and I need to do the same thing, and that is to darken those edges. Okay, so there's my second piece. This is close to my heart paper, by the way. I don't know if it's still available. I think Miss Judy told me it was discontinued and she had a little bit of it left. But I got this in a little bit of Happy Mail from her. Okay. Then I'm going to mat this one inside. And it covered up all the little mistakes on the... See, look how cool that's looking already. I'm loving it. Okay. Now then, for the owl. Remember, my dinner plate owl starts with a circle. And all I did was just downsize this circle enough to fit inside the mat. But I still need to edge it. And this is the side that's going to show for wings. So I'm going to edge it the same way. Now on this owl, I did one thing different. On my first owl, I just turned this in straight like this. On this one, I turned it in at an angle, and I turned this wing in at an angle to give me a little more shape to my owl. I kind of like that. And now because I'm bending it, I'm going to hit this with some ink too. And you have to play around with the sizes. I will link the dinner plate owl below so you'll see how to do it. But you have to play around. Now I cut these pieces to go inside as feathers, and I want to ink them. I really want that vintage feel. These for me are 1.5 inch scallop circles. It's just going to depend on the size of your owl. How do you say it? Owl or owl? I don't know how to spell it either. I mean, you know, I don't know how you can spell to me how you say it, but good luck if you can do that. I'm Southern, so I have to say it with 2 syllables. Owl. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some adhesive along the bottom of this little guy. Like so. And I'm just going to start laying my scallops in to where they cover the bottom of the little circle. Like that. And now these, I'm going to run some more adhesive in this area. And we're going to overlap. Okay, and that should do it. And now then, I'm going to seal these edges down. I'll move this piece of paper. And then all you do is fold this down over your scallops. And there's your owl body. And I think because this is going to be kind of three-dimensional, I'm going to go in here and ruffle the feathers a little bit. Because it's going to be, you know, it's so cute. You saw the dimension? It's cute. Okay. Now then, we're going to work on the face. And this is what I've done for the face. And what I do on my face is I just kind of draw a shape like this on one side, then fold the paper in half and make a match. And then I just size it up. I don't have a science for that, but I just kind of make it work. So, and then I'm going to ink it. Alright, now let's make some eyes for it. Alright, so let's start to assemble. I have these buttons from Walmart, just some Studio G buttons, and I love these matte finished ones. Oops, not cheap. I love these two matte finished ones for eyes. I think those will look really good. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere the head down to the body, and I'm just kind of feeling to where I want it. I kind of like it like this, so I see plenty of feathers. Now, if you're not comfortable making your own owl like this, you can always use something on the Cricut or your silhouette, or you can print something and cut it out. You can do any number of things to give you this same idea. Okay, and let's make a nose really quick. So what I've done for a nose is I took a scallop. I'll do it on screen for you to see it. I took a scallop and I found one spot that I liked and I cut straight across, and then I counted 4 scallops over and cut a triangle shape, just like that, to make a nose. Okay, and I need to edge the inside a teeny bit. And let's put this guy down with some Tombow. And these are already on sticky dimensional, so I'm going to put this one right here. And I'm going to look at them before I really stick them down to make sure I like them where they are. I'll put them a little further out. Something like that. And then I have these guys, and I think this will be cute. Yeah, I like that in there. Okay, so I actually went with some dimensional, so I decided to go with a little bigger sequin so I could cover up the dimensional. That way it stuck really good on there, okay? So we'll get that straightened out. Move that out of the way. Now then, before I put it onto the picture, which is going to go right there, I love this. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Before I put it here, I think I'm going to give it a little perch. So, I don't know if you know this or not, but close to my heart paper always has this little trim on the edge, and I love this houndstooth here. So I'm going to cut some of that away for me. And I'm thinking I'm going to let this be a little perch right about there. This paper is called Buzz and Bumble. I just looked on the back of it. That's a cute name. Let's bring the owl back over and make sure where I want to put the perch. right about like that, and let's glue this guy down. And there we go. Isn't that precious? Could you tell that we spent 10 cents or 20 cents on this little picture frame at the store and we just used paper to turn it around? There it is. And if you wanted to bling it up some more, add some other things, you could. I'll show you in pictures. You'll be able to see a little better than on the screen. But anyway, there's your midweek minute, how to turn something you got for cheap into something that looks expensive. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.